Hey Greg, I see like some smoke coming out of your front. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Dang. Holy shit. Oh yeah, there's fluid coming out. That's not good. So in this video, we have two major trail accidents. Busted oil pan, busted transmission pan, and we fixed the oil pan. We're gonna show you how we did it. We're trying to catch the complete Total Eclipse on April 8th. Today is the 6th. So these two little repairs that we're doing actually surprisingly didn't take that much time. What time is it right now? Like maybe. So where did this happen? On the way up to the Total Eclipse in Texas, we stopped by Traxda USA in Tucson, Arizona. This is where I was able to check out Greg's upcoming 4.5-inch lift kit using these robust lift brackets and subframe spacers, as well as the thing I'm most excited about, high clearance lower control arms. Afterwards, the plan was to drive northeast of Tucson and hit up Reddington Pass. And there's a trail called the Chiva Falls that I was interested in. A level 3 moderate is well within our vehicle's capabilities. And it was also very windy, so we were kind of hoping that we would dip down into a valley for some protection from the wind. Here's my friends Lee and Maria, aka Silverstone Subi. They have a 4-inch lifted 2nd generation Subaru Outback 3.0 Boxer 6. This thing has a rear torque locker as well as a coilover suspension system. Sway bars are deleted for increased wheel articulation. Here's Greg, owner of Traxda USA. He has a 2nd generation Honda Ridgeline with the Honda 6-seat automatic transmission. Like most unmodified all-wheel drives, sway bars are going to be connected. The slightest rut is going to get wheels in the air. Greg's Honda Ridgeline also has those high clearance rear lower control arms. And as you can see here, it's a very clean look. So as we head down the Chiva Falls Trail, things get a little rocky, and this is what a level 3 moderate trail looks like. Oh, I think he actually kind of hit there. Just going a little too fast. I'll make sure that I'm left foot braking, just kind of going through this nice and slow. Greg, right there, I think you hit your rear diff, but you got a skid plate, so you're protected. There's going to be 13 inches of ground clearance at the rear diff to this Honda Ridgeline, so you can see that without a lift kit, without a 4.5-inch lift kit, this could be a little challenging. With a stock 4-wheel drive, you're going to have plenty of rocker clearance, the clearance that lines up with your tires, so you just have to watch out for your rear differential. Ran into something. Fun times, fun times. Let's go over to the southern window. Got the wind going into the cabin. I know it's real close to the entrance, so that thing on the right definitely a obstacle. I'm gonna pop into first gear now, get some engine braking going. Slided. Okay. So if you So here is the infamous obstacle that's going to potentially end our trip. I set up my camera and I volunteered to go first. You'll notice that I'm carrying a lot of gear. This vehicle is weighed down, and that thing on the back is an 80-pound Sea Eagle paddle ski watercraft that's inflatable. I plan to take this to the Rio Grande River in Big Bend National Park. By the way, this is the line that I plan to drive up. I was going to prop my tires up on top of the rocks to avoid high centering on the underbody. And that's what it looked like from the driver's seat, but this camera is catching something different. At first I was slightly off my line, and I think that made all the difference. I was getting hung up on some rocks, and my rear lower control arms were making contact. Actually, my rear differential was making contact, so even if I had the high clearance lower control arms, they still wouldn't have cleared. At this point, I'm really off of my line, and the boulders beneath my vehicle are really making contact with the underbody. Thank God for full underbody protection. Another thing that is preventing damage is I'm left foot braking and taking the slow. I'm not using a dangerous amount of momentum. After getting hung up on a rock, I checked with my spotters just to make sure that I could use just a teeny weeny bit more momentum. I'll admit it, that was a pretty dumb line. If I would have been more over to the driver's side, it may have worked out the first time. But anyways, at least I know that I could drive up something kind of rough like that if that was the only line available. Silverstone Stewie and Traxda USA drove up much easier. But memorize this obstacle, because this is going to cause a lot of problems. Before we get to the potentially trip-ending damage, let's go check out just beyond this obstacle.
Yeah, I mean, you got so much clearance, it's no problem. Well, that was easy.
1,000 pounds in your truck.
Yeah, much easier line. Okay.
As we continue on, we come across a family in a side-by-side. They gave us the warning. They said that there was a substantial obstacle just ahead, and they really only see a Jeep or a side-by-side getting through.
Actually, see anyone going on this, do they have like a lifted Jeep or side-by-side?
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for the heads up. We're just gonna...
All right, you guys have a good time.
Thank you.
We explained that we were just trying to find a place to camp. So if we would have found a decent hole-off with enough room to camp out, that's where we would set up.
So as you can see, definitely really freaking rocky. Looks like people have been taking this right here, driving over the vegetation. But yeah, I don't think it's a go. Gotta rent a Jeep. you could get down in the first place, but not in one piece.
This is beyond where I'd like to go.
Yeah. All right.
The best part is I have a brand new transmission skid plate sitting in a box waiting to go on.
Well, there you go.
As we drive out of this trail, you can see that the trail difficulty is well within our vehicle's limits. Many times, trail damage occurs when you least expect it. And our night is about to get really spicy.
Alright, that was only a little bit of damage.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Ouchie, Greg. Ouchie. Alright, so if I remember this line correctly, we're going here. Just take it slow. Let's go with first gear. Manual first gear. Nice and slow. There we go, baby. And my basket, is my basket gonna hit? My cargo, oh, my cargo carrier cleared. I think it scraped just a tad bit, but that was nothing. All right, nice.
It's always a good idea to go with a buddy. I'm able to see if there's any damage to Greg's vehicle. As I complete this climb, I see the underbody of the Honda Ridgeline, and I can see that there's smoke coming out of the bottom.
Oh shoot. Hey Greg, I see like some smoke coming out of your front. Yeah.
If the oil leaked out without you knowing, engine failure would occur.
Whoa. Whoa. Dang. Holy. Oh yeah, there's fluid coming out. That's not good. What's up?
Got some content.
Oh jeez, is that the oil pan? Did it go? Oh, you took out the skid plate?
Because, you know, I'm making the new lift kit and the skid plates in the Oh, shit.
I got some JB weld. Can someone plug it?
I run to my vehicle to grab the JB Weld steel stick. I put my phone away and spring into action. I take my jacket off and throw it into Greg's driver's seat because I'm about to get down and dirty, or at least I thought. I had the best intentions, but what I didn't know is that the oil pan has to be dry and clean before you apply the steel stick. I should have known this. Taking the JB Weld out of the wrapper oxidized the outer layer, so later on the steel stick would become useless.
All right, so it was a slow enough leak to where Greg just moved his vehicle so that it's leveled. It's coming out pretty slow.
Greg's gonna go catch his oil with a little portable sink right there. Okay, I'm gonna go move this thing out of the way, get it on this side over here. We're gonna go ahead and wait for this wind to die down because it's making it very, very difficult to perform this repair. I'm just gonna sleep in the car. All right, it's time to get a little sleep. So after doing all that we could, we decided we're gonna sleep in our cars, except for Lee and Maria. They wanted to find somewhere more comfortable to camp out since they're tent camping. I think they were just gonna get a hotel for the night. In the middle of the night, I get a text message from Lee. He says that he lost his overdrive gears, which means his vehicle could go no faster than 45 miles per hour.
Right, we can see the dots of oil.
Oh, the obstacle's right down there. Yeah, that's where you hit. Oh yeah, there it is. You can see that right here. Oil. Yeah, that's probably where you hit. Yeah, you smacked that right there. Yeah. Yep. Not only was this camp sink deployed to lessen the environmental impact of the oil spill, but Greg also needed to catch enough oil so we could put it back into the engine after we do the repair. So Greg, what's the first step? We got to clean the oil pan?
First step is curse. Learn new words. No, I'm going to get the oil off because the epoxy won't stick to the oil.
Okay.
I'm using hand sanitizer because it's mostly alcohol.
Nice.
I have my heater there so I don't freeze to death, hopefully. Put the oil plug back in last night.
Crush it up. And then you're going to want to mix it real good. Just kind of like rub your hands together.
Yeah, it's frozen, John.
And then just rub it together, like rub your hands together.
Yeah, but it's frozen. Oh. You don't get it. It's not moving the way it's supposed to.
You know, Greg, I think we might have a better luck with the UV resin. All right, let's use the UV resin.
Yeah, this is like, you see it's all crumbly?
Yeah, yeah. We can just do multiple applications as well.
Remember that part of how do we get it to stay there?
Oh, I see it smoking. I just bought this stuff too. I was trying to repair a camera tripod, but it actually kind of worked. So I know this stuff is strong.
The problem is the oil.
Yeah. If it could
That's the dream.
Nice.
Give me the vampire smoke.
Yeah, it looks like you're creating a pretty decent glob there. And
yeah. Well, if we get it just a slow drip, it's better than hardening up way better than I thought it would.
I think it looks good. Tap it. Is it nice and hard? Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's hard.
Look at that.
Hard
Nice.
little nipple. She's just cold.
There's no oil dripping out of it now, right?
No.
Yeah, I think we're good then.
A little more or done?
Yeah, doesn't hurt.
Yeah, we definitely couldn't have done this in the 20-mile-an-hour wind last night.
It was miserable.
Yes, it was.
But I was able to get some decent sleep. I think I went to bed from around
midnight to 4 o'clock in the morning. Because the JV Weld still stick is kind of like this putty that could easily just kind of break off. Hey, that's a nice thing about having all that subframe drop. Look how much room you have in your engine bay now.
Yeah.
Well, you just have to use some oil that you caught last night.
Recycle my oil?
Yeah. Could you... Is it okay to mix 0W20 and 5W30?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Temporarily?
That's not a big deal.
Flush your oil later?
I mean, it's not like they're incompatible or something. They're just slightly different viscous chemicals put in there. Right, so...
Yeah, it's holding up.
So we got like 2 choices. 1, it works, or 2, it doesn't work.
I think it's gonna work. It's not leaking
then,
now.
Is everything good?
It's all good.
All right.
It's not spraying out. We're good. JV Weld roadside repair.
Nice. I'm gonna have to buy some more of this stuff.
Nolo Designs makes skid plates for the midsize Honda platform. Protect your ride. Make sure you don't have any vehicle ending damage when you're on the trails. So now it's time for us to exit the trail, and let's go talk about some lessons as you get to see my vehicle in action, all loaded down like that, with a freaking cargo basket hanging off the rear. So you saw that skid plates are very, very important. For an all-wheel drive, a skid plate should be your very first upgrade over tires. I know there's some debate about if you should upgrade your tires or your skid plate first. Well, put this in perspective. Greg, in his Honda Ridgeline, going through this level 3 moderate terrain, had highway terrain tires. Now, I don't recommend that you take your vehicle with all-season tires and run it through a rough trail, a trail like this that could easily punch a hole in the sidewall of your tire. I'm just saying that tires are really only going to help you when you push your vehicle or all-wheel drive to the absolute limit. Don't take your newly purchased all-wheel drive to the absolute limit. Get a skid plate first. More capable tires are just going to get you into more trouble. Now let's go take a look at a four-wheel drive, a body-on-frame four-wheel drive. This is a 3rd generation Toyota Tacoma chassis, and you'll see that the black is going to be the frame, and a lot of the vital parts are either going to be covered with a skid plate. That white thing is the front skid plate that protects the oil pan, and then a lot of the vital parts are going to also be a little armored and up and out of the way. So in this case, for a four-wheel drive, first upgrade is typically going to be tires. Just know that in an all-wheel drive, parts are going to hang low. And there's even some all-wheel drives like the RAV4 or the Ford Bronco Sport, where they put the EVAP canister at the breakover angle and really exposed. Those parts are pretty darn expensive, and they're known to get damaged. Another thing to talk about is driving style. There's a popular saying, as slow as possible, as fast as necessary. And in this case, you see my brake lights lighting up a lot. I'm left foot braking, I'm controlling rollback, but I'm also making sure I don't lurch forward and smash something.
Say hi, Lee.
Hi.
All right, so it's all working out. We're using the Traxda shop to take a look at Lee's vehicle. It's running. It just that it doesn't have overdrive, so we're thinking it's some kind of sensor or wire, maybe a crimped wire, or maybe a wire that's shorting out on the transmission pan.
You can see here,
Yeah, a big old dent.
it's a big old dent right here and here. And this is exactly where the solenoids are.
Oh, you're thinking them got smacked inside.
Yeah, so typically, this has happened to other people too with these same type of transmissions, is that there's some solenoids here. The electrical connectors face downward. And then the
snap
plugs
off the connector?
Exactly. So we're thinking the connectors are snapped, and then the wires are arcing against each other, or the pan, or both.
Just not connected, or
right, or just
failing in some way,
or the solenoids are just completely destroyed. So we think that we, as in Greg, believes that
blame it on me.
Greg believes that the solenoid has a little plunger that might be moving down and making contact with the pan when it tries to move into fourth gear, or activate that exact solenoid. So we think that just replacing the pan alone might fix it.
You dented it right under the magnet, right? Look at that. Look at that circle.
There's a perfect indentation there on the magnet.
Okay. Yeah.
So right there on the magnet.
Yeah.
That's
there is
the exact shape of the plunger on the solenoid. So if you look up here again,
there's
that little plunger.
I have
there.
way more confidence having seen that circle.
Now there's that little circle, and it's also right there.
That's got to be it.
Let's get to Texas.
All right. Make the internet famous and you put that on the forums, okay?
Careful, you might open up a repair business.
Oh, no, I'm not fixing people's Subaru transmissions.
So I think that's pretty freaking cool. Lee, I think this is going to work. I'm
feeling pretty good about this.
I think, you're feeling pretty confident. I'm feeling pretty confident.
So I have this transmission pan here. As you can see, it's brand new and hopefully flat. Because we don't trust how flat this is, and this this transmission case is very scratched up. What we're going to do is go ahead and put brand new RTV on, because we don't trust these rubber gaskets that come with the new filter kit.
And this is called the right stuff.
Yeah.
It's going to cure in 1 minute, because we're trying to get back on the road and not wait 24 hours.
Correct. It is definitely not the factory recommended solution, but we're going to try it anyways, and hopefully it works. If not, then I guess I just have to do what I was going to do this morning and leave the car here.
And ride with me.
So we'll give it a shot and see how it goes. But we're going to keep going. That's what you got to do.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Loop that on there. Try not to get too much on the inside pan like I just did.
Gotcha.
Thank you, sir. This is why you don't skip pan day, folks.
Let's go swipe that way.
And I'm probably using way too much.
When in doubt.
No, this is not one of those things. This is one of those things where you want to be very precise, and I'm not. I am exhausted. My hands are tired. My whole body's tired. But I'm here doing it, and I'm hoping that this thing cures fast enough so that it doesn't get sucked into the pan.
Okay. Well, it says like good for immediate use. Do you want me to help out?
No, I'm good. It's just very slow going, high resistance on this, probably because I didn't cut it open very much. Alright, take it for a quick test drive.
Alright.
I'll be right back. I'm just going to take it for a spin around the block.
Sounds good.
Get it up in fourth, come back, check the fluid level, and if we're good, then we're going.
Alright.
Alright.
Let's go. Let's go.
And then I got to change my clothes because I'm soaked in transfer. But it drove perfectly, everything shifting perfectly.
Yes!
Yes, issue resolved. All right, so I'm checking for leaks, and then I'm going to check the fluid level.
High
Air.
five.
High five. Air. All right, so check the fluid level, check the leaks.
All right.
And then we'll get
Nice.
on the road.
Nice. You did it. It worked.